Hey guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for joining me today on the mat. I'm going to take you through a short morning movement practice this morning. So just to get your bodies going, to help you feel a little bit more energized, a bit more supple and ready for your day. So whether you're in your PJs or something comfy, doesn't matter, unroll your mat and let's go. So let's start lying down on our backs with our knees bent, heels close to the bum. Hands placed on your belly, and I invite you to simply take a few slow, steady breaths to arrive into today. So we're breathing in through the nose, expand the belly, fill up those lungs, and exhale through the nose as you allow your entire body to soften. Slow, steady breath. Let's make a triangle with our thumb and index fingers and start to pelvis tilt, which means we're going to arch the lower back off the floor completely and then reverse, imprint the back into the mat. Again, we arch up, make space between the lower back and then pressing the back into the ground as you activate the core. I invite you to hug the right knee into the chest and start to ankle circle. So getting some mobility through the foot, through the ankle, as you're hugging the knee in. And then we start to circle the hip instead of the ankle. So mobilizing into that hip joint, a little bit of movement here. Gently come to a figure 4. So the right foot goes on top of the left thigh and you're gently pressing that right knee away from you. Keeping the head, shoulders fully relaxed here, starting to open up through that hip joint. Let's repeat that on the left. So hugging the left knee in, starting with our ankle circles. So mobilizing, noticing any clunks, any little cracks into place here as your body wakes up this morning. And gently we bring that movement into the hip. So we're warming up the fluid around the hip joints so that our body is feeling mobile, ready to move into today. Placing the left foot on top of the right thigh and gently press that left leg away from you. Exhaling as you make space around the left hip joint. Let's reset, both feet on the ground. We're going to gently peel ourselves up into bridge. Take your hands with you. Hips level up, arms reach overhead, and then ripple out, massage your spine into the ground. Your bottom and your hands touch last. Let's do that again. Exhale as you peel up. Keep the feet flat, the knees parallel, head stays down. Once you get to the top of your bridge, slowly rippling back down through the spine. Coordinating the arms and the spine roll together. Now let's gently hug both knees into the chest, imprint the back into the ground, steady yourself here, and then start to circle both hips. So take the knees away, open, and then back together. So then the knees come open and in, open and in. Then let's pop the soles of the feet together on the ground, knees open wide in a diamond shape. Gently press those legs away from you. Try and get the legs away from the spine, decompressing through the lower back here. Gently assist the knees back together and open into a full body stretch. Arms overhead, legs long. Maybe you want to go, big morning stretch, whatever feels good for you today. And then gently take your time. Let's roll onto our fronts. So feet stay on the ground, arms cactusing out to the side, elbows wide. We're now going to exhale as we lift the chest, take a back extension, and inhale as you lower. So we exhale as we lift the chest away from the ground. Forearms and elbows stay down. We want to support the back for this part. Imagine someone has some string coming out the crown of your head and they're pulling it forward, so really lengthening through your spine. Maybe if you feel ready, you could start to extend the arms as you come up, going a little deeper into this back extension. But if that's too much for you in the morning, please keep your elbows and forearms grounded. So you're exhaling as you make space and inhaling as you gently come back down. Now, when you feel ready, Hands under shoulders. We gently push ourselves up. Find your way onto all fours, having a little fidget, a bit of a rock here, whatever feels comfortable for you. And then we inhale as we take the eye line forwards, tilt the pelvis up to the ceiling. Exhale as you come into cat stretch, chin to chest. Again, so we open the eye line forwards, tilt the pelvis, and then push the spine to the ceiling, chin to the chest, and curve that back. So mobilizing into the spinal column here, getting some movement through the back chain of the body. Then lengthening through the spine before you make your way into child's pose. Bottom towards the heels, arms extending forwards, forehead bows down to the mat. Breathe into your lower back here. Maybe inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth as you make space this morning. Allow everything to open up, to stretch, to expand. Let's peel ourselves back up when you're ready onto all fours. Extend your left leg away. Take your right foot behind you so that you can balance yourself. And then the left arm reaches up to the ceiling, a half side plank. The left arm comes in line with the ear. Then I invite you to slide your left foot and your left arm back. So you press the hips and the chest forwards. This is a gorgeous way to open up first thing in the morning. Coming down onto your knees, I'm going to take a seat on my heels, hands rested. Inhale as we take that cat and cow again, like we just did on all fours. So we're opening through the chest, eye line lifts, we tilt the pelvis, and then you tuck the pelvis under as the chin comes to the chest and push the back away. Let's peel up and take that half side plank variation on the other side. So right leg extends, right arm sweeps up. Then the right arm comes in line with the ear. You slide the right foot and the right arm back as you press the hips and the chest forwards. Open up, create space through the entire front body. Then gently make your way back down. We come onto our bottoms. I'm going to arrive in a cross-legged seated position. If that feels good for you, join me. If not, feel free to adapt. Take an inhale, sweep both arms up, and then taking a side bend. Right arm comes down, left arm's up and over. Making sure there's space here before we ripple through center, and then come into that side bend on the other side. So I'm going to exhale as I float through the middle, release through the back. Inhale as you pause in your side bend, eye line looks up. So we're opening through the chest, through the side body, and dropping those knees down to the ground. So we're opening through the hips here at the same time. Let's come back to a seated posture. Knees together, let's lengthen those legs away now, so keeping the legs straight. Inhale as we lengthen up, exhale, folding forwards. So a hamstring stretch here, flex those feet if you can, pulling the toes up, lifting up and out through the pelvis, and exhaling as you fold over, maybe bending the knees slightly if they need to this early in the morning, and that's okay. Peel yourself up, hands come behind you, lifting the chest, finding a reverse high plank, opening out through the front body, grounding down through those hands. You could keep the bottom on the floor if that feels better for you. We're all going to meet now with our bottoms on the ground, coming down onto our backs when you are ready. Hug both knees into the chest, just arrive here first. Head is settled, shoulders are down. And then we place both feet onto the ground, picking up the right leg, cross it all the way over the left. Take the arms slightly wider, bottom goes to the right side of the mat, and then you drop both legs all the way to the left. This is a gorgeous spinal twist first thing in the morning. Chest is open, legs are released, back is taking a beautiful morning stretch here. Slow, steady breaths. Control as you come back to center, realign. Now the left leg will come over the right. You'll take your bottom to the left-hand side of the mat and then drop both legs over to the right. Be careful here. Make sure you can fully relax the legs. So maybe you need to lean the legs onto a pillow, onto a bolster, something like that, just to help that you don't collapse into the lower back. We'll slowly come all the way over. So now we're arriving back onto all fours when you're ready. Have a little fidget, arrive here. And then simply be strong here. Spine long, active through the core. Feel present as we step into today. I invite you to peel the knees up, finding a downward facing dog, bending one knee, lifting one heel so we isolate, and then changing sides. Gently allow both heels to fall heavy, the tailbone to lift high as the chest presses through. And then we bring hands and feet together as we arrive here in a standing forward fold. Interlacing the hands, cupping them behind the head, and gently ease the chin towards the chest. Keeping the chin on the chest, keeping the hands there as you roll all the way up to standing. Rebuild, restack, and then peel the elbows back as the eye line lifts open through the chest. Let's come down again, chin to chest, elbows together. We fold the body down, knees are generously bent, tailbones lifted up towards the ceiling. Easing that chin to the chest, breathe here into the back body. And remember to keep that chin on the chest as you restack your spine, rebuild to standing. Take the eye line up, open through the chest here, elbows are wide. Let's inhale, lift up to the ceiling, full body stretch. Exhale as you bring the arms down. Stepping your feet wider now, we're going to take a few side lunges. So be careful, just bending into one knee at a time. Make sure the knee is tracking in line with the toes, the shoulders are relaxed. And then we'll steady here, bend the left knee, both hands rested on top of the left thigh as you straighten the right leg. Breathing into that inner thigh, into the hip. Let's change sides, bending into the right knee, lengthening through the left leg, just getting a lovely morning stretch into the lower body. Gently toe heel those feet back to parallel. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up, dropping your right arm down. Left arm comes over, side bend. And sweeping both arms up, changing sides, space through the rib cage. Inhaling as you sweep both arms all the way up to the ceiling. Exhale as you bring the arms down. I hope you have a beautiful